Okay, joined by head women's basketball coach Danielle Santos-Atkinson following today's game against Elon. Coach, opening statement on today's game.
Yeah, not the result that we wanted, but I think there's a lot that we can take from this game. There's a lot that we can continue to improve on it and grow from and take from, and that's what we are going to do. That's what we're going to continue to do. The emphasis for us was to get the ball to the paint. We needed more paint points, more higher percentage shots. We did that with 30 points in the paint. Emphasis on rebounding as always. We did a much better job with that. We allowed them to get to the line a bit too much tonight. Our nemesis of turnovers and giving up those threes also hurt us. But there's a lot of things within this game plan that they did really well. And this team's coming together. We were out for a month with COVID, and then we also have had some injuries, riddled with injuries. And so being able to get the team playing together and having that chemistry, it takes time. And it's a team that we've been playing well with since, summer, that is, in a moment's notice shaken up. And this team's working hard. They're working hard to come together, and we're going to figure it out, and we'll be prepared.
Questions?
First off, Coach, Mania Custis, I think, had a very nice coming out party, it felt like. She hit that three, clutch times. What did you see from her today, and what made her spend a little bit more time out in the court today?
Yeah, Mania played with confidence, and that's what we need her doing. She's a great player. She's got a lot of tools that she can use. She's very crafty with the ball in her hand, and she's a great shooter. And we needed her playing with confidence, and I think that's what she did tonight. She held her own and played with confidence. She's able to deliver the ball to the right people, and we've got to continue to get her in the rhythm, in that game rhythm, and I think she'll continue to see some success on the floor as we continue to work.
And also, you're still without Jacayla and Sorrell, still waiting on those. So how happy are you seeing the depth and the growth from the guards, and to show the depth that when Sorrell and Jacayla come back, you still have this great guard play with depth with the girls out there? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it is a great. I'm losing the scoring and the defense from Jacayla and Sorrell, but losing that offensive production from those two. We've needed other guards to step up. We needed other posts to step up, and they're slowly doing that. And we're having great contribution from a lot of our guards, and I think they can look to continue to contribute more.
Coach, Jalen Hines, double-digit points tonight, almost got a 20 piece. It felt a little bit more like we were seeing the old Jalen back, like from a couple of years ago. I know she had a slow start to this year, but are you starting to see confidence start to build up with this team? I know you mentioned that with Mania, but is that sort of the key word, is just confidence heading into the second half of conference play?
Absolutely. I don't know if I've said that word, if I had a penny every time I've said that word here in the last few weeks, I'd be rich. But that's one of the things that this team has to do. We have to have confidence in ourselves individually, and then confidence in our team and our teammates, confidence in the system and what it is that we're doing. And as that continues to grow, especially with them individually, this team is going to be a really good team. But again, the production from Jalen was great. I always say Jalen is a double player. She can play like that every single night when she wants to, and she showed part of that today, and offensively being very aggressive.
And coming up next, you got JMU and Towson. There's been a lot of constructive losses recently, moving towards these later half of the game. So what lessons are we going to continue to build on this team moving into JMU and Towson?
Yeah, when you have JMU and Towson, they're great. Offensively, they're quick in transition. They can put up points on the offensive end of the floor. So all of the things that we've been talking about defensively, and playing with intensity and energy, taking care of the three-point line, making sure that we box out and limit second chance points is going to be an emphasis for us. Offensively, continuing to find our rhythm with the new lineups that we have, and the production that we have coming off from the bench and from our post players. We've got to continue to see that. We've got to continue to execute and move offensively, and it's going to be very important going into this game.
One last question. You mentioned you had a month off due to the pandemic, everything like that. That means that rescheduling towards the later half of the season, 3 games a week is probably going to be on the docket. How big is fitness coming into this second half of the season for a team that's already spent struggling time with injuries and the virus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this team has worked really hard in the off season, in the summer, and in the preseason, building a base. So we build a solid foundational base and getting ourselves in shape, in game shape. We're going to have to pull from that and lean on that. Again, we were out for some time, and so we lose some of that, but they're working hard every day in practice to overcome that piece, to get ourselves back in game shape, to be able to be mentally tough and physically tough on the floor. So it's going to be very important as we go through, and we've got those 3 games a week, and managing that, taking care of our bodies, and making sure that we're mentally tough as we go through.
All right, that's it for me.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.